What's going on, my friends? So I'm Sean, and welcome to Bourbon Beer Tractors and Prepping. Alright, we're going to get on this 450 diesel, so stay tuned, and I'm going to talk about what we're going to get done.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come.
Alright, so I figured maybe I'll change the intro up a little bit. I don't know, give it a shot. See what you guys think. Give me your input. Anyway, I figured I'll change up a little bit. Kind of keep mixing things up. Keep them going stale. But anyway, so, been again busy with work and getting shit done. But, had no issue with the work truck. I actually posted a video about the fuel pump on that one. Kind of interesting on a 2024. But anyway, so the last video you saw, I got the wide front and everything on the 450 diesel, and now I'm getting the sheet metal done. So let's go inside after the air compressor stops, and I'll kind of show you what I got going on. All right, so I got my Shopboy out here with me. This is Stu. He's my free rescued $5,000 cat. Yeah, let's just say this poor little boy. We didn't think he was going to make it after 4 months. We got him at 4 weeks, but yeah, he had a lot of issues. So, but he likes coming out in the garage and seeing things. So he's gonna come out here and you gonna check out my parts for me. Everything look good? Yeah, he likes to come out here and check out the situation every so often. So he likes my show him all the parts. And anyway, all right, let me take my little Shopboy back in, and we'll talk about these parts. Yeah, that little boy's too much. Funny thing is, I've been allergic to cats pretty much since I've been about 5. And yeah, let's just say he kind of, it's a thing. I didn't think it was a thing, but it's a thing. Yeah, he kind of microdosed me. So I'm not allergic to him anymore, oddly enough. But anyway, yeah, I love that little boy. But all right, so this is the paint that I used. You can see that. That's for the dash. I do have the dash hanging up inside my oven, not being baked, just keeping the overspray off of it. But I did spray the dash panel, so that one's ready to go. So I'm doing this in sections. I decided not to overcrowd myself inside this area by doing the hood panels, the grill, and all these other odds and ends. So I'm going to work on the hood panels and all separately, but I'll flip this around and show you what I got going on in here. Again, after I open up my camera. So I got the nose cone all straightened out, all looking good. Did the filling. It had some bad dents in it and some creases and all that good stuff. So I got all that out, so everything's good. Cowl panel, same thing. Had a lot of dents and dings, and a lot of this all through here was kind of caved in. So I got all that taken care of. But I'll kind of stand back and show. So I have it set up like this, so I can spray, and then finish with that. And that way the overspray goes towards the dust collector. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spray these parts today. I already scuffed, you know, any of the mist, any of the overspray, everything down with 600 grit. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use Windex or spray away. Spray everything down, wipe it, let it dry, tack cloth it. I've already air blowed it. Tack cloth it. And then we're going to go ahead and mix up the Rust-Oleum International Harvester Red with the wet look. And again, I've already gone through this in previous videos, so I'm not going to beat the dead horse on it. But on this, I usually go by ounces. I usually do about 16 ounces of paint. I think I usually go up to about 24, 25 with acetone, and then 1 ounce of the wet look hardener. Seems like that's actually pretty good, and that will actually fill this gun up completely full, so it gives me 1 full cup. And usually 1 full cup gives me plenty to give me 2 coats from this stuff right here. Pretty much no problem at all. But yeah, everything came out nice. So here's the panels. They actually came out good too. I just gotta obviously finish and work everything, and the little dings and dents and stuff I had to hammer out, I gotta straighten. But here's the cowl panel, or the dash, and as you see, that came out with that gunmetal gray. Real nice. So again, putting it in there just so nothing happens to it. Tack, that's all sprayed, so we're good on that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna Windex these parts down. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it, and then I'll come back and I'll show what it looks like in the end. I have decided I do think I'm gonna go ahead and clear coat the sheet metal on the diesel just to give extra protection. But again, I'm using the LVLP gun, E610, and I'm using it with a 1.5. And again, it seems like this mixture actually mixes really good and sprays really good out of that gun. I usually only put that gun on about 28 PSI and it shoots beautifully. But alright, I'm going to get Windexing and then I'll jump back in here once I get everything shot. Alright, let me shut this compressor off. I don't know if I ever showed you, I think I might have showed you guys. This little thing right here is beautiful for doing this paint work. I love my big compressor for all my big jobs and my sandblaster and all that, but I'll tell you one thing, when it comes to the painting, get yourself a small compressor, because look how clean that water separator and all stays inside there. I mean, this thing doesn't put an ounce of moisture into my lines. I mean, I'm sure there might be some residual in there, but I always try to clean that out, but that's a good little compressor. Anyway, let's go on in real easy. This is 2 coats of red on here, and I'm trying to keep from kicking up any dust. But again, she turned out real nice. Cannot complain at all with that gun. That gun does a hell of a job. Now I do take a lot of steps to keep trash out of my paint because I am painting in what you consider an open garage. So usually, even some paint booths, you can get trash in your paint. And then if you're clear coating it, you don't have to sweat it because a lot of times you can bury a little piece of dirt in clear coat, especially if you go to 2 to 3 coats. But when you're using single stage, you want to try to get as less trash as possible. I'm still clear coating this, so I'm not sweating it. But regardless, my prep of Windex, tack cloths, well, let me start back up. Blowing everything off real easy, and I try to keep in a controlled fashion, blowing that way. I still vacuum the floor when I paint because the overspray does drop and it settles. You do gotta be careful bumping your sidewalls because that stuff can break loose. Get inside your paint. Yeah, I'm sweating. It got hot in here because I got to turn the AC off when I paint because I don't want to suck the paint fumes through my AC. Anyway, back to it. So I blow everything off real easy, spray it down with the Windex until it's dripping, wipe it down, one motion straight off, because if you start wiping back and forth, the dirt that was there is going to be there, the dirt that's there is going to be there, and it's just going to keep going back and forth. Wipe your panels all the way, one fluid motion, wipe it off to the edge. That's your first. Then after you do that, you want to go and come in with a tack cloth, and you want to again wipe it with the tack cloth. Control your areas. Don't go all over the place like you're cleaning a set of windows in a house. Go real easy. Control your wipes. If you control it, you can pretty much get all the trash off your surfaces. And as you see, I really didn't get any except for one tiny little speck right there. For painting all these parts, to get one speck, you can't complain in an open garage. Everything came out perfect. Everything came out nice and straight. Again, look how straight that is. That had dents in it, that had dents in it. All up here was just like the other one. It had the ripples coming up through here where this was factory rolled, and it had ripples. I straightened all those ripples out, got all that straight. All this was dented. All this was dented. This had holes drilled in it for where they screwed the emblem back on. She came out good. And the hood was pretty dented up. She was in pretty bad shape. Not awful, I've had worse, but bad. And as you see, it's straight. Anyway, and there's the tack housing. I had to do that again because I had a little spot that I wasn't happy with. But I am going to get out of this booth before I kick up any more dirt or dust. So I'm going to turn this light off over here. Again, the gun is a freaking champion. I love it. If you guys haven't gotten yourself one of those LVLPs, I highly recommend you grabbing yourself one. But again, without even clear coat on there, look how good all that stuff looks. And it worked out much better to give myself a little bit of space to actually work. But I'm going to close this up because I don't want any dust floating up in there. These are the next parts we're going to jump on. There, yes, I got everything piled here because I wanted to get it out of the booth. But I got the grill to fix. So, got a couple little dents here and there I got to straighten out. And then you got to keep in mind when you straighten these grills out, see how it's got this V right here? It's got this line down the middle. You got to make sure that when you fill it that way. Keep that line. So when you sand on both sides, it keeps that in there. But for the most part, I got the grill banged out pretty straight. I mean, pretty much all the dents. I did have somebody asking, how do I get the grills straight like I do? I'm gonna probably go ahead and pop up a video maybe after this one's done, and I'll kind of go over how I straighten these grills out. Again, it just takes a lot of time. That's like the key thing right there. You're going to spend a lot of time in each individual little piece, and you're going to use a magnitude of tools to get everything where you want it. There's no one tool, one hammer that's going to get it perfect. You do have to work it. I may work this one just a hair bit more down because I want to get this high spot off, and I want to make it a low spot so that way when I fill it, it makes it come out a little better. So I'm going to probably bang that down a little bit. I kind of want them to be like that. That's easier to fix and fill. Highs aren't as easy, so I'm going to probably take care of that. Maybe before I paint that, maybe I'll do a little quick video on straightening that before I get that thing ready for paint. But anyway, other than that, I'm sweating my ass off. It got hot in here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. It helps the channel out greatly. I've noticed that my videos have been suffering. Let's just say I've seen some videos of some tractor guys doing some really stupid stuff, and their views are going through the roof. My views are going 300. Their views are going 3,000. I don't know. Maybe I gotta start doing stupid videos. Maybe I gotta start screwing up on these tractors. Maybe I gotta start doing stuff way wrong that you're not supposed to do. See what happens from there. I don't think I could ever bring myself to doing that. But anyway, if you guys can watch the videos, share it, like it, comment. It all helps the algorithm. There you go. And it's greatly appreciated. Other than that, that's it for today. So, thanks for watching.